Hey everybody, we are about to head to Lhasa. I can't say it. I mean, when they romanized the name of the city, I was hoping that they would make it so it makes sense. Putting the extra H in there doesn't make sense in romanization. Why would you do that to anyone? Why would you do that to people you care about?
Jules, she got away again.
Keep after her, Cole. No one said this was going to be easy.
What do you make of this?
See, at this point,
Tibetan.
I find it very
Here I
hard
come.
to believe that they're still stranded.
In Paris.
And also,
you
I don't
got to the drum
understand
before
why-
she did.
True.
Oh.
But I wonder, do you think that was part of her plan?
I wouldn't put it
Man,
past
this is the
her.
longest story
She's the
ever.
most elusive and mysterious opponent we have ever faced.
You haven't heard anything yet.
When we left off,
Oh.
you were on your way to Tibet.
Cole, this is the chief. I know where you are. What I don't know is what you are doing.
I received intel concerning a secret route leading to the hidden monastery.
Artwork is so much better than the
If you attempt
CGI.
to go in there in broad daylight, you'll be caught.
Okay, if you say so, I'll go in at night.
Wait, Cole!
Anyway, yeah, I
Tibet,
find it.
sometimes called the rooftop of the world, is located in Central Asia between China, Nepal, and India. Tibet is mostly surrounded by mountains, including the Himalayas. The Himalayas are home to Chomolungma, the highest mountain in the world, known in English as Mount Everest. Tibet was annexed by China in 1951. The Dalai Lama, then the leader of Tibet, was forced to flee his home at the Potala Palace. Prayer wheels are used to recite a prayer for world peace. Om Mani Padme
I don't get
Hum.
how that
Potala
works.
Palace, the largest building in Tibet, was constructed on top of a hill in Lhasa.
It is Lhasa. Alright, so there's your knowledge for the video. Yeah, I always find it very weird that this game for some reason didn't use the main characters, which are Shadow and Jules. Also, one of the things that I find... Hold on a second, let me just go ahead and wish these away. Also, one of the things that I find weird is that they didn't, Go ahead and turn around, hunk. I know you see me, I'm out of here. Also, one of the things that I find weird is that these two characters can't get away from Siberia in time. Camera. Oh, there you are. Learn how to move. Got him. Got him. Yeah, like they can't get home from Siberia in time, and you know, after the first 3 trips that I made, it's like one thing, but after about the 3rd or 4th one, it's like, dude, I've traveled pretty much like to the ends of the earth and back, and you guys still can't get home from Siberia. Is it a government thing? Are they not paying you enough money to come home in a reasonable amount of time? Ah, fudge. Well, I'll take this opportunity to wish you guys away, because I hate you. Break the box. Wow, did the microphone just catch that very high-pitched noise? That's my wife speaking German for some reason. She's whining to her mom. I should do that more. Just let the microphone burn while the ambient noise of my wife's interesting voice flows into the mic.
The schematic I have shows possible.
She just got
access
mad
to
at me and closed the door.
The inner court from the roof of the monastery. Watch your step. It's a long way down.
Whoa! You know what I'm talking about. Hold on a second, let me open the door. Oh boy. Alright. See a Tibetan monastery. These monks look jacked up, man. For real though. Nice block. Stop doing that. Oh my goodness. Got him. Did you really just not turn around? What's on this side? This stage took me a while to complete the last time I tried it out, and it sucked. But I think I remember kinda what I'm supposed to do now, so shouldn't take too long.
In case
What do you want, Shadow?
Noticed, kid, it's night. The monastery is locked.
He's already a douche.
Except for the door inside the Diantia, which is the inner court at the top of the monastery. Try to get there before the sun comes up.
Oh my goodness, Shadow, you're such a jerk. I wonder what fraternity Shadow was in before he became an Acme agent. He's definitely a frat boy. Alright, there is. See this, I missed this tube the first time running through like 17 times. Okay. Again, I missed this tube running through here the first time like 17 times. Gonna die, clown. Wonder if I could jump down in there. It'd probably kill me. Alright. I made it. You filthy bastard. That is not cool to have that thing there, man. I need to be more aware and shoot them with my blowgun, since those are the only things that actually get harmed with my blowgun. Marvelous platforming at its finest. No, it's weird when the video game decides it's going to make things look a little bit more snazzy and atmospheric, but then it ruins your ability to platform at the same time. What's over there? go that way, nothing happens. Okay. Ooh. Don't overjump, thank you. You, pigeons are everywhere. Our pigeon— oh my god! That was a fail. A real bad one. Are pigeons everywhere around the world, or is that just this game trying to fool you into believing that pigeons are all over the planet? That's what I need to know, and now! Just like I was freaked out when I found out that the majority of squirrels in Germany are redheaded. That's a very interesting fact to note. And also, I found out that my father really likes squirrels, and he thinks he's keeping them as pets. He'd spend a lot of time hanging around his backyard, and you'd see one just chilling in the backyard, and he would just kind of walk out there and make noises towards it, like they're friends.
Get inside the Patala any way you can. Look for a secret passageway that will lead you to the troglodyte monastery. We think the drum is hidden in there.
Make sure when you get the drum, you don't get it taken by Carmen again. Again. Wuss. Cole, I'm starting to rethink this whole apprenticeship, in which we leave you at home to look at IT stuff, and then get mad when you find something. That's what I'm talking about. Combo. Oh, by the way, if you guys think I'm talking incredibly too much for these things, just let me know. The reason I'm talking so much is because the music is off, and when I add the music, it adds a different element. But if I was actually listening to music, I would probably talk less. It's funny how that works. The absence of any noise whatsoever just kind of makes me feel like I need to say something. Oh my goodness. It's one of the biggest problems I used to have with living with a germ, because they're okay with silence. They just sit there and not say anything and mind their own damn business all the time. But as a black person, I'm not okay with silence. Usually silence is what happens when a kid starts to wreck something and doesn't tell you. You go walking through the house going, it's a little too quiet. That's where that phrase came from. It's a little too quiet. Came from parents who had kids who started doing bad shit when it became quiet all of a sudden. You're sitting there chilling, playing video games or enjoying your life, and then all of a sudden it comes to your realization that everything's a little too right in the world. Open the door, please. Because I have the right to have my door open. See what I'm saying, man? When it gets, when somebody's talking, my wife gets all mad. She gets anxious. Yeah, that's no, she said only when I'm talking shit. That is like every time I open my mouth. The only reason I talk shit is because my wife keeps feeding me shit. Ooh. Of course, I need to learn how to cook myself. Okay. So anyway, when you're when it's like absolutely too quiet, you're sitting there chilling, you're supposed to be watching a kid, and then all of a sudden it dawns on you that it's like, hey, life isn't supposed to be this good. And that's when you go looking for something and you find that your child is having a tea party on the toilet or something. You know, at least when you're chilling with dogs, they have the decency to make noise if they're tearing something up, you know what I mean? What the? This is the part that jacked me up right here. I didn't know you could go around here, so I spent like this whole time running around looking for an entrance or a door or something to hit. And it wasn't there. This game is fairly linear, you know, as far as where you need to go next. It's not one of those things where it's like you can choose your own adventure. Looks like you don't care. Ninja! But yeah, so I've been banished to my room because my wife can't stand my voice, which is cool. So that's why she keeps closing the door. She kicked me out of the room by saying, stop talking to me. So I stopped talking to her, and then I came in here, started playing, and then talking to you guys, and then she just doesn't want to hear my voice. It's just fine. It's nice when it happens to somebody else for a change. Okay, so I know there's a bad dude up here, right? That appears and makes it hard for me to come up there. But now I figured out you can reflex the thing at him. So maybe I can kill him this way, because you can't kill him by normal strikes. That's what I'm talking about! You know what? This day has just become, you know, a much better day for me. I was wondering for a long time how you're supposed to kill that guy. Can't get up there for some reason. How's this supposed to work? Maybe I'm supposed to use the catapult from this side of the building, since this is the higher area. Alright. Oh, come on. You know what? I'm about to blowgun you guys. I'm about to blowgun you guys. Thank you. Alright. Let's try this again. So I was just watching a video the other day, or yesterday, about Twitch putting putting the kibosh on chicks that do silly stuff on Twitch, which I'll probably talk about in the podcast. I think it's very interesting. Again, I'm gonna go ahead and warn. I'm gonna start ranting a little bit about feminism. I want to know what feminists do for people within their own ranks that seem to be setting themselves backwards. You know, like I've seen feminists jump on people who aren't women, but what do they do to the women that are just like, I don't care, I like it when a dude takes care of me or some shit like that. We just like battling for the rights of feminists to do whatever they feel is good. And if they feel like having a man who has more power is much better for them, it frees them up to do whatever they feel like doing. Like, is that an okay thing, or do other feminists get upset about it and, you know, take action? Because these are things that I've often wondered about feminism. Because I've never seen a feminist actually go against another woman, or I have, but it doesn't happen very often. This thing should be able to kill those guys. That sucks. That really sucks. I was about to say, what am I supposed to be shooting here? I haven't figured out how to get on that ledge, and I'm too lazy to look it up. Somehow I need to... Yeah, that's difficult. You turn around and you're just gonna stand there. I love how the shadow... The shadow is just kind of standing on itself. That's nice. There we go. Well, that counts for all 5. That's nice. That's what I call blind kill. Alright, here comes Shadow telling me something I already knew.
We don't have any information on the interior of the Potala, so you're on your own.
The thing is that whenever I try to, trap a feminist in a corner to kind of talk to him and get a little bit more light about the subject of feminism, you get kind of like these political answers, which don't give you any real answers whatsoever. And if you're a person who wants to support ladies, like I support ladies, I support ladies doing awesome stuff. I don't support ladies bullshitting you. But, if you're the type of person who wants to support ladies doing awesome things, then, it'd be nice if you knew where the ladies stood so you could do that. On the obvious issues, where women are doing awesome stuff and then, dudes come around like if a woman dresses really in a scantily clad outfit during comic book convention, and then guys come by and they treat them in such a way in which they wouldn't want to dress like that anymore. Like, that's not helping anybody. I totally understand how that works. I didn't want to be up here. Okay. I lost energy doing that. Oh, I lost energy twice. Should have went down the little chute. Oh, okay. I'll go up there. Stop doing that. Let me jump on. Thank you. Whoa. Made it. mean, most of the time at the end of the day, you know, it's ridiculous for you to try and believe that women are, you know, like special like Carmen Sandiego, just like men are special like what's his face, Indiana Jones, or any of the numerous oh goodness gracious, any of the numerous movies that people, you know, look awesome in. But then at the same time, it's very interesting to be, I don't know, it's weird. I have the same issue with equality in general, as it counts for everything. Like, there is no such thing as equality. Nobody's the same. We're taught to believe that everybody's different, and you know, it's just good enough that we don't hate people and we respect people for who they are, and that seems like a good idea. But then when you try to force people to be equal by trying to control what they say and do and all this stuff, like that's when I'm like, man, whatever. The important thing is that, you know, society agrees on stuff that makes sense. And that hopefully that you would want to, you know, make rules and create laws that help society as a whole, and doesn't just help people who make a crap ton of money and don't want to help nobody, you know? Alright, we're back. There are two guys over here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to shoot the wall! Maybe. Seems like that guy hasn't even noticed me. I'll take that. Oh, really? That was so dumb. Whatever. Anyway, yeah, I don't understand the whole deal about equality. At what point did people think that equality was in the way you talk about people? I mean, I get kind of sensitive about it, obviously, because I don't really, like, I'm like the person, I'm like a real sticks and stones type of person. Like, you know what sucks? Being punched in the face. You know what doesn't suck? Somebody saying, I'm gonna punch you in the face. That's way less worse than somebody actually punching you in the face. But then people are like, well, but the ramifications of somebody actually saying that they're gonna punch you in the face, you know, it demeans who you are as a person. And then eventually other people will think that since somebody else is gonna punch you in the face, hypothetically, that it actually matters in real life. No, being punched in the face is much worse. Like, I don't want to get punched in the face. That's, I try to go through life not in... Now, there's a few times a person has told me they were going to try to cause me bodily harm. And that was a little weird. But most of the time I just walked away and then nothing happened. You know, they at least warned me that they were going to try to hurt me. And I was like, oh, okay, well, thanks for the warning. I really don't care that much to scrap. I'm old. And if something breaks on my body, which is not very fragile, but I mean, all bodies are fragile. But if something breaks on my body and it takes me months to heal, it costs me money, that sucks. But if somebody's just like, oh, I'm gonna, you know, like somebody actually hurt me, you know, that sucks more than saying it. So I don't get it. I've never understood the whole things that you say, like once you turn into a grown-ass person, it doesn't matter if you're, you know, comfortable with yourself. I don't see what the problem is with being a woman, and until we get to the point where you don't get treated, you know, I guess equally as far as money and shit is concerned, which I've said a whole bunch of times, but I'm just so perplexed as to why people single in on, you know, what people say, as if the top 1%, the people who are signing everybody's checks, oh, I'm in trouble if he spots me here. It's like the top 1%, the people who are signing everybody's checks actually believe your horseshit. You know what I'm saying? Like, who are you trying to convince in the scheme of things? If you change every person's idea of what, you know, what it is to be a man, but not the top 1%, like, you're still not winning. Like, we're all still gonna be under that control. The only thing that will happen is that the top 1% will see that you care about it, and then they will start to make decisions that affect, you know, that give you the illusion of success when you're not really successful. Like, they're still not gonna want you to be part of their exclusive club or whatever. You know what I mean? That's the thing that gets me. But I guess if you don't get to see who the 1% are, it doesn't really matter, right? The only thing that matters is that everybody pretends to like you even though you're annoying. And I mean, truth be told, you could be not liked by being a cool person, but apparently that's not what's happening. You have to force people to like you and treat you a certain way because you never learn how to be enjoyable. Camera. Oops. Oh, 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 oh. Oh! I gotta fight my way! You know, it occurs to me I gotta find something else to talk about sometimes. These things start to bother me a lot. I mean, the way you treat people in general has nothing to do with, you know, what you deserve. Like, you deserve to be treated equally and be treated with respect as far as being a person is concerned, but you don't deserve to get free respect even if you're a douchebag. If you don't give a fuck about anybody else's feelings and shit like that, then they shouldn't have to give a fuck about your feelings. That's fair. And everybody, boo. Everybody basically should get that sort of thing. Like, if people feel like, you know, the Confederate flag doesn't matter and people getting shot doesn't really matter because, you know, you don't care about those people, and, you know, that's fine, but, you know, we should all be able to treat you the same exact way whenever you're in trouble. You know what I mean? Because somehow you have a problem. Like, everybody should have a divine, like, a hypocrite moment where if they're a douchebag and then something happens to them that would need for them to be the opposite of a douchebag, you know? Like, okay, say if the flag thing, like the Confederate flag thing happened, but it was the opposite. Like, people pulled in a flag that just kind of meant, I wish everything was like black stuff or some shit like that. Let's say there's a flag that black guys like, and then they use it and they start flying it over all the things that are predominantly black, and we don't have a problem with white people doing whatever they do, but when they come into a certain area, it's just blackness that they need to observe and respect. And you know, white people come by and they get mad about it. Not on some not on some hey, you guys took down our flag, but then on some like then on some like, hey, everything's already black, why are you going the extra mile to try and prove that this blackness exists type shit? You know what I mean? Like, we're supposed to be equal, but you black guys just, you claiming all this stuff for blackness and then acting like that's equality. Like, you know, like that, there should be a time when that happens to white folks, but there isn't, and that's why they don't get a chance to understand how we feel, you know. But that's okay. That's totally understandable in my head. The thing that I don't understand is how a discussion about it actually matters unless something actually happens. You know, the only way a discussion matters is if you change the mind of some people and they start to move forward with their minds changed. And then you get to see other point of views and then you become a better person. But a lot of times nobody really changes their mind on shit. They just listen to the people that agree with whatever they want, and then it becomes a futile exercise. And I used to think that people, you know, actually changed their mind because they had some sort of respect for me. But the thing that normally happens is that they respect me, and they respect that I can have the views, but they don't respect my view or the fact that they consider me a good, decent person. So they should actually give my views a little bit more credit than just some fucking idiot that they saw on TV, you know? And, you know, that's... You give people a chance to state their point, and all that really happens is that people try to argue to the point where they, they just want to argue so long. It's more of a battle of attrition than it is a battle of who's right and making another person see your point of view. After a while, you get a little tired because you realize that, you know, all the hard work that you do really doesn't amount to anything other than, you know, maybe you understanding somebody else's argument, or giving arguments for people who want to say some, you know, who agree with you. But I found in my life that not many people agree with me. They might be comfortable with me because we both live a similar lifestyle. But unfortunately, if you're, you know, if you have differences in somebody else, and they want to know everything about you up until the differences matter, then, you know, whatever conversation you have with them is pretty superficial. It's a shame too, because, you know, there's not a lot to do in this planet. You know, play video games, watch other people play video games, talk about things that you think are interesting, go to work, make some money, and then give your money to somebody else. Guys are leaving? Alright, I'm back. Yeah, what's up, Rusty? Yeah, one of the things that I've noticed is that no matter how intelligent you are, everything kind of gets broken down to the lowest common denominator, and all being intelligent does is give you the skills to pretty much understand the you know, pretty much understand something to a very high level, which will allow you to improve the quality of life of people who don't even know who you are. Even when people do know who you are, they don't necessarily care what you're doing, you know? Especially when it comes to, you know, friends and family. There'll only be a few people that actually give a shit if you're doing one thing or another, as long as it, you know, aligns with who you are and what you do. Or as long as it aligns with what they do. You know what I mean? That's what makes it interesting. Whoa, 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 whoa. It's one of those things I've been trying to understand, you know, as far as living life is concerned, and being. I find that whenever I get to about the 3rd or 5th stage in any video game, once I become very comfortable with the way I play it, I just start running my mouth and start talking about philosophy and stuff, which things that I can ramble on about longer than when I'm doing my video voice blogs or whatever. Because it's very difficult for me to focus completely on a game. I move a lot faster in a game once I stop thinking about it so much. Alright, anyway, let's see what Cole has to, or Jules has to say.
The drum is in a shrine in a cave. The entrance to the cave is located to the north, on the other side of the entrance to the monastery.
I don't know why they feel the need to give me information that I would figure out eventually just by moving through casually through the, I died. That's messed up. Moving through casually through the, stage. My dog needs to go outside so he can bitch and moan at at his nemesis. He's seriously just looking at me talking about boof. Anyway, I kind of mess people up a little bit because I have such a negative thought to life, because you know, it's basically brought about by the fact that it seems that whatever you find is enlightening, when you try to explain it to other people, they have to experience enlightenment themselves, you know? And then, you know, they don't do what it takes to make that enlightenment happen, and that's what makes it stink. Oh, that stunk too. That really stunk. I mean, I could explain to you my experiences all day long, right? Oh, that happened two times in a row. I need to be much faster. They ain't no joke with these things. Spin around, spin around. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. Thank you! Woo! Killer. I mean, I've noticed that when I was younger, my mother's a wise lady. You know what I'm saying? And so is my dad. They're both pretty wise. The only problem is that they're not. How do I explain this? My father doesn't tell stories in which he screws up, because whatever he does that is wrong seems to be invisible to him. He doesn't really learn from his mistakes, and he makes the same mistakes over and over again. It seems like to me. I've not seen him make too many huge mistakes, but whenever he does solve something, you know, he wants like a tremendous amount of praise for it. You know what I mean? Like if he used to drink a lot and he was annoying to everybody to the point where it was a serious thing, and then he, you know, stops drinking, you know, even 20 years after that, you know, he's like, I don't drink anymore. And, you know, like, that's what you're supposed to do. I recognize that it's hard. And my father had a lot of vices that he kicked, you know, at the end of everything. And he totally gets absolute credit from me, most definitely, for being that guy who kicked those vices. If he kicked those vices and didn't pick up like another equally harmful vice, you know what I mean? Like when he used to drink and smoke just like all the older guys used to do, you know, like James Bond style. James Bond used to he'd drink too much and he'd smoke too much, but that was cool because he didn't know when he was gonna die. James Bond is, at the end of the day, a crazy ass assassin who basically goes through is given like hard assignments, and then he goes figures stuff out, and then he kills people. That's all he does. He's given an assignment to kill somebody and he kills them. He never saves anybody. He's not a superhero like that, you know what I mean? But that's the way, you know, a hard, cool guy does in the past days. So my father had all those vices, and now he kicked all those vices because, of course, having a vice like smoking or drinking is really rough to have in today's society. Drinking, you can do. There's a lot of people I know that be busting those drinks like all day, every day. And as long as they can function, people don't give a shit, you know? Especially if you're, you know, not black. Like, if you get wasted off Listerine, nobody cares. But if you take your car and crash into somebody else's, people will be like, she was turned up off that Listerine, shouty. The alcohol that had been converted to mouthwash, that had also been converted from mouthwash to, or from a floor cleaner to mouthwash, right? Anyway, I'm supposed to go around here and do something? What happened there? I just fell off the edge. See, if we were playing Xbox 360, an achievement would pop up like right here. Be like king of the mountain or some junk like that. Top of the world, ma. This is nice. It's cute to uh-oh, bad guy. It's cute to be able to, you know, survey. Ugh. I hate those things. They just look like they're just sitting there dancing, waiting for you, don't they? Anyway, let's get that jump in there. One of the things I like about Xbox is that the titles in Xbox are a little bit more, how do I say, computery. like the titles I have for my PlayStation are they're cool, but they're more gaming titles. The Xbox seems to have titles that are a little bit more interesting and fun. They seem to have more texture to the characters and stuff. Makes it interesting to me anyway. That's why I had a lot of fun with my Xbox. And I still do, obviously. I'm gonna cry my fucking eyes out when my Xbox and my PlayStation break. I hope that somebody else is selling them for cheap. Whereas people complain about their game systems breaking down and you know, having problems reading stuff, mine don't, and it just I just dread the day that I won't be able to play all these games on them. Dead. Those floating sticks, son. What the fuck? Seriously brought me all the way back to here, huh? That is, oh my goodness, that is so ratchet. I'm gonna run back through here and do all this mundane platforming so I can get to that same spot that was like, oh, whatever. Next time I get there, I'm gonna go ahead and save it so I can load the file. Since I think the load file starts you pretty much anywhere. But yeah, and then I play these games, and then I kind of forget how the games work because I have so many games now, and I'm sure everybody else does. But I have so many games that I enjoyed, I can't remember what was enjoyable about them. That's one of the reasons why I'm going to make these Let's Plays. I mean, I definitely want to share me gaming with you guys, but then at the same time, I want to be able to remember the stuff I did as well, you know. And if I forget, I want to just be able to go on my channel and check it out. Because here's a secret for you guys. I don't like playing games as much as I like experiencing and seeing games. Let's go ahead and overwrite that. Always gotta be real careful on that flag. Is crazy. Anyway, I always gotta be real careful on my save files because, you know, you could mess up your save file. I think it's a one jump thing. Here we go. One jump. Two jumps, I mean. Oh! Oh, wow. Well, you were nice that time after I saved it. Jerks. This is a part in the game that I really had a problem with last time, too. I really had to figure out what the jumping ratio between those was. Maybe I'll go ahead and take this piece off and make this a thing where I explain to people how many, like, the jumping combination between these pillars, because it is definitely an irritating thing in the game. I jumped clean over it that time. Maybe if I do a double jump right here then. Let's see if it works. Double jump. Double jump. Double jump. Oh, I died. For you that don't quite understand how difficult this part is, okay, they give you those small platforms to jump on, right? but because you're in a 3D mode, you have no idea how close you are. Like a game like Sly Cooper would automatically detect the spot that you're trying to jump to and hover you close to that area. Oh, or a game like Batman would give you the option of targeting the area before you made your move to get there. You know what I mean? But this game requires you to platform naturally, and then the game sort of targets the area, but it's not very clear on it, which makes it very difficult to spot where you're supposed to do it. Also, when you jump, your camera automatically makes the ground underneath you disappear. So if your spatial relationship in the game is nothing but a bunch of things in the area that are, let's see, 1 jump, 2 jumps. That guy just pushed off my thing. If your relationship, like your spatial relationship of your character from the character to the ground, is nothing but things that are far away, then you lose your ability to understand where the ground is below you, and you have no idea if you made a bad move. Also, this guy disappears in the middle of the air to make things more complicated. So anyway, that was my explanation, and I'm gonna go ahead and be quiet while I try to figure this out. And I will, you know, obviously time surf until I actually figure out what I'm supposed to do. Okay, and I didn't have to time surf because that last time when I told you I'm gonna time surf actually was the time I actually figured out what I was supposed to do. So, yay for me. Hope I don't die. Because dying right now would suck, and then I'd have to do that jumping all over again. It isn't very clear as to where the checkpoints are, you know. Okay. Alright, looks like I'm supposed to go to the other side there. Did I do that without falling? But anyway, I mean, that's one of the, it's an old game, so I don't hate it for that. But also, I'm sure you could have pointed out, you know, another game in which they did it well. You know what I mean? And that's what makes it suck. I mean, they put that part in the game, and then a playtester had to have rolled through there and said this part is ridiculous. You know what I mean? Even if they only had one playtester, it'd be completely obvious that that part was not. It's you know, not even a matter of difficulty at that point. It just unnecessarily makes the difficulty a little bit higher for no reason, like, which is the definition of unnecessary. Gonna throw something? You just gonna beat your chest all day? Ah, I'm bad on the timing. See, once you hit them once, they're like, fuck that, and then they charge it, which I think is funny. He just charged me anyway. He wasn't gonna wait. Oh, yeah. Hunt! Is this the last one? Nope. But I am well on my way, sir. That looks like a door I need to go into. But what's over here? Nothing I want. Alright. Man, I'm only 3 in on those? Well, it bees like that sometimes. Why are you not grabbing hold of this edge? Do I need to go up higher? I might need to go this way. Probably need to go this way. Oh, okay. I'd like to go ahead again and thank the BeatsbyNeVs guy who makes the beats that make it easy for me to get over shitty music and games that I actually like. And I should hope that, you know, you guys check out his beats. And I should hope that, you know, someday he gets paid because I helped him in some sort of weird way. I'm trying to figure out which types of music that I want to play for these games that have bad music, because I'm also playing a game called Where the Wild Things Are that's patterned after the movie, that's patterned after the book. And the music on that game is so sad and somber that I would really enjoy some music that would make it boogie. And I wish I would like to find like a, you know, BeatsbyNeVs is excellent. It's nice hip-hop music. He throws trap music in there too. You know, he posts a new beat like every other week, you know, and I think it's cool. I'm part of his Facebook page and everything. And as long as he doesn't put the copyright strike on my stuff, you know, I'll tell everybody how awesome he is. Absolutely, whoever that guy is. Maybe Nevs is a girl. I have to inch out like that because of the turning radius thing. See, it'll throw you off the edge. Whatever. I know there are bad guys. There's gotta be at least. Oh.
Listen up, kid.
What, Shadow?
The monks aren't gonna open the shrine door for you until you use the prayer wheel.
And by monks, he means a nobody. Invisible people that they forgot to put in. I mean, that's one of the biggest faults in this game, is that they use pretty much the same bad guys all the time. They add like one bad guy every 2 stages. Gotcha. Alright. I'm going down. Gotcha. I'm going down. Hit the flow shot. Oh! I'm trying to get low, 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 low. Ah, that one went right by me. Got him. Monkey with broken legs. Monkey with broken legs. Alright. Bird with a tail.
That was
Bird with a tail.
Mani Padme Hum, a Buddhist prayer for world
Mani
peace.
Padme
You're doing great, Cole.
Mani Padme Hum. Mani Padme Hum. That's like exactly what the monks say right before somebody shows up in the Kung Fu movies and goes, "Ah, I'm glad I found you hiding here, you thief, you criminal." And then the other guy goes, "I have surpassed my spirituality in that other life." And he goes, "When you created a monster before, there's no way you're going to have to..." He goes, "When you created that monster before and killed my family, there's no way I'm going to let you go, even if you are a monk." And the other guy goes, "I'm gonna have to do something to stop you!"
Oh man!
Don't feel bad, Cole. You've gotten pretty far. Poor kid.
Sooner
Man.
or later, you're gonna make a mistake, and I'm gonna get you, Carmen.
He got thrown out like Jazzy Jeff in The Fresh Prince. Ah! See, the problem I have with this boss, other than that stupid little underwear pattern he's wearing, is that you don't really know how close you are to the boss when you hit him. Get him, get him, get him! I think I already took out all the little men that it would let me take out. Oh shit! I have to give this game credit. I have to give this game some credit. Because the bad guys are actually well thought up. Like, I've never seen any bad guys that break down into different characters. Like this guy somehow got smaller. Ah, I died. Boo. Like this guy, every time you kill the little miniature guys, he builds back up into a teeny little dude, and then you gotta beat him as a smaller guy. I'm getting affected by the, that's my problem. There we go. Nah, that sucks. I'm doing horrible. Gotta use the... I gotta run better. Getting caught with the shockwave. Okay, I just... Ah, see, that's the problem I have with it. I don't know how close I am to the face because of the 3D crap again. Can beat down more, but it doesn't matter, right? As long as you wear out their the little energy bar here. Where are you guys? Also, if you run into the gook, you don't move as fast. Uh-oh, I only got one more thing left. Get him! That's what I'm talking about, son! That clutch for your nuts. I think I like that phrase. Clutch for your nuts. That's clutch for your nuts, done. That's what I'm talking about when you break that shit down. It's all about what you do in the clutch, baby. All that training, all that hard work to not fail at the end. That's what I'm talking about. Alright, that was a longer stage, wasn't it? I'm saying it in the past tense. Let me go ahead and finish this up. you. Shoryuken. Shoryuken. All right. That's what I'm talking about. Handling business. Alright, we're heading to Bangkok, Thailand. Alright, guys. I'm a horrible person. Okay, well, thanks for hanging in there. Thanks for hanging in with my rant and my complete playthrough of this stage. And, you know, free Mac Martin. And I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.